I took one bite of my risotto and I said, this is the best meal I've had all trip.
I think I've ever had
in Italy so far.
In 10 years of going to Italy, this is the finest pasta meal I've ever had.
Also my best meal so far. Well, I had some truffle pasta, which was also really good.
We're stealing the free samples from inside that store. Oh, it's so good though. This reminds me, shout out to Caitlin and Tessa when we went to Margaret River and they took us to the chocolate store. We just shoveled chocolate in our face.
Probably ate like almost a pound of chocolate each. We're here in Piazza del Popolo in Rome, and a fun thing about being in the ancient Roman Empire is these giant Egyptian obelisks that you'll see. Because you forget that Rome went all the way down to Africa and into Egypt and took a bunch of stuff, which was bad at the time. But now they're here, which is pretty cool to see.
We've added another character to our vlog today, so Carson has more tour guide responsibilities. He needs to keep control of more people.
The group just keeps growing. It seems that Carson more tours are really booming, growing in popularity. I think I'm gonna expand into the Asian market soon. Very exciting.
It's our first full day in Rome and we're doing something I've been wanting to do this entire trip, but we've never been able to justify paying for it. But now that we're here with family, we finally get to do it, and it is the hop on hop off bus tour. We're gonna take it all the way to the Vatican, but first we have a new, very special guest. Carson's parents are with us, like you heard, but we have someone new.
Buongiorno. I'm Todd. I'm Carson's uncle. Hi, Mom.
We had my least favorite situation, which is buying tickets from someone on the street. I got very stressed out, even though I wasn't involved at all. And now we're waiting in line to get on our hop on, hop off. I'm so excited about this. I've been talking about it for so long, and there's a ticket. Okay. Why don't you explain what happened?
This is a deal, a one-time deal.
Yes,
Can you believe it? They gave it for us.
Okay.
Only us. A special deal. Special deal.
Sorry, sir. Italiano, English?
Special deal.
Okay.
Buy 4, get 1 free.
Guys, I feel like we've made it out with this one. I feel like I've increased my status, my social status. I'm in a new tax bracket. I was telling everyone, Carson and I would be halfway. It's an hour walk to the Vatican. We'd be halfway there, walking along the highway. And yet, here we are on the hop on, hop off.
Yeah, this is as good as it gets, guys. You know, we're ending on a huge note here. Could not be any better. Thanks, Todd, for the pure luxury. Our first stop is the Santa Maria Maggiore, which is the biggest temple dedicated to the Madonna in Rome. No, maybe in Italy, maybe the Roman Empire. Pretty cool. So yeah, it's a gigantic cathedral, all about the Virgin Mary. Very cool. Some good pillars and stuff. And we're just getting started here. I think the next stop's the Colosseum, so come on, that's just thrilling.
So many people. Just got off, we're headed to the Vatican.
So we have exited the bus, you know, it was a great time. I love that tour. So fun being on the bus. Rome just has so much that we can see, all this stuff. So we've hopped off now, right? And now we are walking towards the Vatican. It's so beautiful here over the River Tiber. You can see the nice streets and you can see the St. Peter's Basilica, which we will see in 1 second as we walk towards it. Now we are trying to find ourselves a tour and entrance into Vatican museums. Crazy busy all the time. So we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna have to do some bargaining, some talking to people. Well, I think we can do it. I'm feeling confident. Let's get to it.
So everything has resolved itself thanks to Tanya and her tech savviness. Wouldn't be here without her.
We're at a great little restaurant on the side of Rome, right by the 16th chapel. The first 15 didn't work out for me. The 16th chapel is supposed to be phenomenal. So we're excited to see that one. And Tanya booked the fast track after sitting in line for 45 minutes. We decided to book the fast track at 3:45. So we came for lunch in this little hut in the middle of the Vatican City, and we're really looking forward to the tour, but we're looking more forward to the food that we've ordered, including the gnocchi that Hannah has got, the vegetarian gnocchi. Byron has gone with the pizza with mushrooms and ham. Carson has also gone with the pizza amatriciana. Connor doubled up on the gnocchi, and I am splitting my meal with Byron, going to spaghetti alla matriciana. So we'll see you right after dinner.
Last time we were in Italy, I ate gnocchi alla sorrentina all the time.
Yeah, come on.
And I'm finally getting it again. Look at this, baked. It was on special today, it wasn't even on the menu.
And
You know it's gonna be good.
everywhere you go, it doesn't even really matter what goes.
Really, really good. It's so good.
But it honestly is almost, I got it supposed to this you can get normal. My mom's speaking to him as much in English as possible. It's my first time. I'm a little nervous. So he doesn't understand, but I tell him, I'm like,
And he's smiling.
I say in Indonesian, like, this is my mama. This is her first time on the motorbike. He's just like, oh, haha. And then mom, mom hops on the back and goes,
I did not do that. No, I didn't do that.
you know, holds on tight for the whole ride. And the guy just kind of looks back.
Hannah, how would you rate it?
There's battling jobs going on.
Better than yesterday, but Chris and I have to share spoons, and Kristen takes the biggest bites ever, so I'm gonna get like 3 bites.
I would say, here, let me give her here. It's probably the best tiramisu I've ever had. I like it.
I just told Carson that he takes the biggest bites ever, as I'm taking the biggest bite ever.
Tell us about it. What do you think?
Describe it.
It's really, really thick, like cheesecake.
But
I'm getting under. Oh, I guess I'm done now.
What do you guys think?
Cheers. It's cheesecakey thick. That's a good description of it. It's cheesecakey thick.
I'm not taking a bite.
I think I like it. You put that in your mouth.
Todd?
It's cheesecakey thick. And I don't say that lightly.
Guys, I have to say it again, but
Carson.
it's the best tiramisu I've ever had, hands down. One of the best desserts I've had in my life, for sure.
What's the texture like?
And the best dessert we've had in Italy. I'll say it right now.
What's the texture like?
It's cheesecakey thick, which it just makes it for me. But it's so good, like the richness, it's nice and thick, as you've heard, just blew me away. Just awesome.
Is cheesecakey an adjective like that? Is that an actual adjective?
If there's one thing about cops in Italy, it's that they are strapped up. I don't know what it's like in America, but cops in Italy, some of them have like guns you got a 2-hand, you know? And the traffic officers that are directing traffic there have handguns. It's crazy. So we looked it up while we were waiting, and the Vatican is the 2nd most trafficked tourist destination of anything. What was number? Oh yeah, number 1 was the
Forbidden City in Beijing.
So
So
it's a little busy, justifiably so.
Yeah,
and
makes
the
sense.
Colosseum's 4, so Rome has 2 huge
and
tourist
hence why
attractions.
Rome is so busy. But because it's amazing, so you gotta pay the price. You gotta pay your taxes to come to amazing places.
So, Vatican Museum's montage coming up. So we just finished inside of the Vatican Museums. There's just so much stuff to see. And then you feel like you need to rush through the pottery and all the paintings. Everything starts blurring together, but it is absolutely breathtaking, especially the Sistine Chapel. And now we're here in St. Peter's Square. The Basilica is behind me. And the Vatican is technically its own country. So, second country of the trip for Tanya and Byron. Gorgeous as usual. The crowds have really died down. It's like 6:30 now. So we're back on the hop on hop off now, which is my favorite thing in the entire world. Except for they said when we boarded that this bus might end in 10 minutes. And our plan was to take it basically all the way around to the National Monument and the Julius Caesar Cat Sanctuary. Because supposedly the last ride was at 8 and it's like 6:30 right now. So I don't understand.
That's a real heartbreaker, to be honest. We were gonna go for a full extra city lap, and they're shutting it down. Like so early. Like the last bus is like we're gonna be getting off at 7, and we're gonna not be able to get on again, which is like it should go to 10.
We got off at the Trevi Fountain stop, so we're gonna go check that out. And it's good because I don't think anyone wants to go to the Trevi Fountain at sunset, so it should be basically empty. So that's where we're headed now.
Okay, we're here in front of my favorite statue in the entire world. That time, it's not an exaggeration. I've never said that before. And this I would always say is my favorite. This is my favorite statue in the world. Marcus Aurelius, the equestrian statue. Marcus Aurelius, right by the Victory Monument in Rome. I love this statue. It's because I love Marcus Aurelius. He's amazing. Definitely read his book, but you should probably also understand kind of Stoicism before you read it. So read up, read his book. Great man, the philosopher king. A real hero of history, so look into it. My favorite statue. That's a bit of a ramble there. Take some good videos, this is beautiful.
Carson gets like so insufferable in Rome. It's like he thinks he's a philosopher.
Yeah, he's not the philosopher king.
Not yet. Take. Look at this beautiful view. If only someone would capture it for our many viewers.
So it's day 2 in Rome. We've done a little bit of exploring already. Went to the Trevi Fountain, got some pictures. Now we're back at the Spanish Steps, which we briefly saw on the day we arrived. There's a lot of people. There's less people than when we were here on Sunday. And the whistling, do you hear that? At the fountain too, they just have like 24-hour security guards that just whistle, whistle, whistle at everyone for doing stuff.
They have the cameraman.
I'm getting a little tired of the crowds. So you saw the Spanish Steps like you saw, and there, all over Rome, and all over Italy, to be honest, there's people that are like peddling water bottles and phone chargers and roses, and the roses are the most notorious ones because they're the scammy ones where they'll come up and they'll shove it in your hand. Like walk up the Spanish Steps, someone blocked me and Tanya individually from coming up and tried to put it in our hands, and if you take it, the roses or the bracelets, if you take it, they won't leave you alone and they'll demand money, and it'll be a whole big thing. But they come and they should like shove it in your face, they shove it in your hands, they'll tell you it's a gift, and then they'll demand money from your boyfriend or your husband or whatever. Like it's really, really annoying. They come around to all the restaurants too. So keep an eye out.
We're in the park. It's not far from the Spanish Steps. This is a great Roman experience.
This is absolutely stellar.
You burn off a few calories ahead of the second gelato of the day.
That's what we came here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Exercise.
It's been quite fun though. We really...
Your mom, Tanya, is scared to go on. So we're gonna stop and put her in Byron on.
That is gonna be good.
Byron's dying to go.
Yeah. So you'll probably see that up next. Yeah, mom is just sweating. She's shaking.
Where are they?
We're gonna have to find them first.
Keep your hand on the handbrake.
Oh! Now we just have to get it back up. Oh, look at it goes.
Oh, yeah.
It's on.
That's good, Todd. Here we are. We got the whole family on the bike now.
Come on.
Just amazing.
On the left. On the left.
Making friends. This place is awesome. Everyone's biking around.
This is cool.
Yes, this is fun, but I don't want to go down the hill at the moment.
I think we should go scoop up Todd. Are you? Mom's feet aren't even on the pedals.
Tanya!
Oh, team effort. Holy, oh my.
Here we are, no pedaling. Love it.
No, now we're going downhill.
I would not enjoy this.
Oh, we are flying. That car is in a dangerous spot, if you ask me.
The brakes on.
I'm a little scared.
Guys, we're going really fast.
I love these trees. They look like African, like you'd see them in the Sahara. But the leaves just at the top, don't they look like a giraffe would just be going? Like it's a dog down. So we're sitting here having lunch. And I took one bite of my risotto, and I said, I think this is the best meal I've had all trip. And then I said, I think this is the best meal I've had all trip in the entire year. It defeated the Sukimen ramen in Japan, finally. Like the first meal we had in Japan. It knocked it off. So this risotto, the truffle risotto and the fondue cheese is what it said on the menu. I'll take a picture of the restaurant. Best meal I've had in the entire year of traveling. Byron, what do you think?
Crazy. We've had multiple meals. It's been about 10 days now in Italy, and this is the fettuccine salmon with a little rosé sauce. It's the best meal I've had. Best pasta meal I think I've ever had, and I actually don't say that lightly. So it's incredible.
No.
Carson does say it lately.
I don't say this lightly. But I had this, what is it? Botticini? Bucatini Bucatini alla matriciana, which Todd also got. You'll hear his opinion. And it has blown me away, actually. It has stunned me. I think probably the best meal we've had in Italy so far, which is just wonderful. But everyone, it keeps going around.
I'm about to make a bold statement. In 10 years of going to Italy, this is the finest pasta meal I've ever had. Hands down. Bucatini amatriciani. Best meal I've ever had.
And my spaghetti carbonara was also my best meal so far. Well, I had some truffle pasta, which was also really good. But this is the best carbonara I've had.
There you go.
All right, Byron found the restaurant name. It's on the napkin. The placemat. Here it is.
You're not.
You know what? I'm even going to link it in the Google map in the description down below. So if you want to come, it'll be linked down below. So we're in Piazza Navona, and it is this absolutely gorgeous square. The sun is setting, as with all squares in Italy. There's the beautiful fountain at the center of it. This was one of me and Carson's favorite piazzas, our favorite squares when we were in Rome the previous two times. But this time it's super far from our hotel, so we've only been here once. Todd left this afternoon. He had to go back to Cardiff. We still have a full day tomorrow, but we're exhausted. We just went and hung out in the hotel room for a little bit and had a nap, because Rome's really tiring us out. And oh, this girl that's walking by has the most beautiful outfit I've ever seen. Look, that girl. Oh, so pretty. So this place, we've been here before, both times we were in Rome last. It is my favorite place in the whole city. These ruins are, I'm not entirely sure what they once were. I think it's a church. So there's ruins literally all over Rome. But this is the location where Julius Caesar died. This looks exactly like the set from the play, which is really the only fact that I know about it right there. This was where he was betrayed and he was stabbed to death. And now it's a cat sanctuary. It's my favorite thing in the entire world. So it's closed right now. It's open until 4. So we might come back tomorrow, but I wanted to document this just in case you don't. The Julius Caesar Cat Sanctuary, it's my favorite place. Good morning. It is our third and last day here in Rome. I'm standing in front of the Colosseum and we are about to start our really, really amazing tour that Tanya and Byron booked. We are heading in now.
Here we are. We're in the arena of the Colosseum. Peak Rome.
Just watch Glad. I feel like a gladiator. I feel very excited to be down here. Amazing intricate tunnels, trapdoors. Very cool. 80,000 people screaming, Dickie B, Dickie B, Dickie B, Dickie B.
So they had two entrances for the gladiators to come into the building. The first is the Victory Gate over there. And the second is on the other side, and that's where they carried the dead bodies out of. Let me get you up there. Cool. Learning so much more this third time now that we're doing an actual tour. So the second part of our tour is the Roman Forum. This is the centerpiece of Rome. It is one of the first public spaces in the city, and it's really important. It's right outside of the Colosseum. This is where people would come, they'd hang out. A lot of very important people spent a lot of time in this space. It's absolutely beautiful. Carson and I have been here before. We're gonna explore it now. So this is the Roman Forum, like I said, and we just heard something really interesting, is that all of these are ruins, right? And I thought they were always ruins. I just thought that time had taken its toll. But our guide told us the only things that are preserved are churches. They were converted into churches. Everything else was pillaged for the marble as a quarry or like various other objects inside. So you can see church right there, there's a church right there, and way back there, and everything else is basically just ruins. Really cool.
You actually feel like you're in ancient Rome. Colosseum, and all this stuff here, and you're in the heart of ancient Rome, so I liked it a lot. Another very interesting fun fact is that all the words for palace, like palazzo and palace in English, come from Palatine, which is the hill here, because this was like the greatest house, greatest mansion ever in history to the Romans, and Palatine meant that, and then that word became palace, so that's actually what it's from. All palaces, the name comes from here. And now we're walking right through the valley of the Roman Forum. Our last little walk of tourism before we head out and get some lunch. So this is a giant building that turned into a church in the medieval times, and you can see the green door there is way, way above where we're currently standing. So what that means is that this is the level that the Romans were on, and as the soil rose and rose and rose, that was the level of the street here in Rome, and it shows how far they dug down to find all the ancient architecture. So this is the spot where Julius Caesar was cremated after he died, and he was the first Roman ever to be deified and become a god after death.
This is one of my favorite streets in Rome. It's not capturing well on video, but this main road right in front of the Colosseum, you can see it right back there, it's like the centerpiece. It's so nice to walk up and down, especially down towards the Colosseum. I love this street so much.
So now that we're super duper tired, we walked back to our favorite little district, stopped at this nice hole-in-the-wall sandwich shop, got these super duper paninis. We are so hungry, tired out, and they're amazing. Could not be happier.
Rome and Italy in general has so many vegetarian options. Look at my...
This is our fourth visit to the Trevi Fountain. It's beautiful at night with the lights. And you actually can't walk down there at night. You just have to stand up here and check it out. But it's very beautiful.
Mom loves the Trevi Fountain, so I brought her back one more time. We've actually gone every single day. I love it too. She's just funny. It's our last walk back to the hotel at nighttime. I love walking at nighttime, but this is it for me and Hannah. Last day out on the city before we go home after a year. Hannah, how you feel?
I'm excited to not have to pass anymore. We were just talking about that. But I'm sad that we don't get to explore new cities for the time being, but we're very excited about going home and seeing our family. I'm feeling good. I'm excited about the plane. I'm excited to see the dogs. 29 hours now until I'm holding Wilson in my hands like this.